post really almost anything, and it's organized by topic. Doe posted to topics associated with artificial intelligence, with science fiction, with Christianity, and he posted a manifesto that he was Jesus, that he had come back, that the world was ending, the way to leave the earth was to join with him. Within the group, it made sense to talk about disincarnated space aliens. It made sense to talk about the next level.
These vehicles we occupy are human vehicles. We also recognize that the mind that we're attempting to graft into and receive our nourishment from comes from the kingdom level of heaven.
Outside the group, this looked like nonsense, and it was treated as nonsense. People posted incendiary, rude responses, saying that you're an idiot to believe this, you must be crazy, are you a cultist? Members of the group began to feel as if their attempts to reach out had failed, and the sign had come for them to give up on our planet.
It's a very short time before our departure. Our thoughts will be of you. We hope that your thoughts will be of our Father's kingdom. Thank you.
They had become, in their words, a class. And what happens with the class? They graduate. And that was the term they used. They called it a graduation.
How are you going to leave? You're going to have to kill those vehicles? You're going to be a Jim Jones? How are you going to get out? We don't know. Some vehicles may go back, some vehicles may not go back.
They talked about it in a variety of ways, but they never talked about it as suicide. There was always the exit. Suicide would be to stay here on this planet.
This world is rotten, and I would rather die in service to my interpretation of what God is than stay here.
And they didn't always talk about the exit as something that they would do to themselves.
There was a series of events that demonstrated, at least to the members of Heaven's Gate, that there was a war between the U.S. government and people who believed and acted differently.
People who love their God so in their own way that they end up being like what happened at Randy Weaver, Ruby Ridge, what happened at Waco.
The standoff's been going on about 45 minutes now.
Yeah, we're talking about? Yes, sir. I've got a shot. Get the hell off of here. I'll get off the property. That's what I'm doing, sir.
The credo of the Branch Davidian cult was preparing for the end of the world, and it has been said that David Koresh and his followers have been seeking some kind of confrontation.
Well, you want to think of me? They think I'm the son of God. Yeah.
I'm sure every cult in the United States, like, glued to the TV during that whole event, and they're all thinking, could this happen to us?
So members of Heaven's Gate feared the government was going to come and kill them. However, in a twist, they actually thought this would be a good thing.
Doe openly talked with us as a group, saying perhaps we could buy firearms, learn to use them, and be seen as a threat that would trigger our demise.
And then it's like, that doesn't sound very nice, you know. And half of us would be dead, and the other half will end up maimed and crippled and still stuck here on planet Earth, and sounds painful, and so they didn't really like that idea.
I mean, I don't care for any of the fame or glory of the human world. It's absolutely worthless to me. I can't wait to get out of here. I apologize for being so emotional, but that happens to be the truth. I want to leave here. Now, I'm in a vehicle that is already falling apart on me.
I feel that he got to a point where he didn't know any other way out. That he had created this enormous belief system and this structure and this people that were totally committed to him personally. He was their God.
had a meeting in the top floor of the warehouse where we always had our meetings.
Doe had said he wants to hear from each individual if they have any reservations about suicide as an exit. We would be taking a strong barbiturate, and I would basically put our vehicles to sleep. That was the gentlest way he could think about doing it.
There were some tears shed by some individuals, definitely, who I think had some real difficulties with contemplating it. And I said, wow, that's huge. I mean, Doe even said, he's only been here 2 weeks, and I'm talking about something incredibly drastic here. At the same time, I said, well, if that's something I have to consider down the line, then that's something I have to consider. He wasn't saying we're going to go do this tomorrow.
I said I had no reservations. I always felt right from the beginning that I was going to lose my vehicle, even though that's not what they were teaching in the beginning.
This is a powerful moment. This was in mid-1990s. Some of them had been members since 1974. 20 years in a group. 20 years in a group, living, breathing, imbibing the teachings, the doctrines, the practices of the group, and being asked at that moment, what do you think? Do you want to exit with us? After that meeting, 5 people eventually left, including Sawyer.
I left in September of '94, not long after that, but not for that reason. I was invested in just being in the program, being with my teachers, the people that I recognized that I believed were from outer space and from the next level that created the planet. I was given so much. I was told him what I was doing. And he said, Sawyer, you have the potential to become a really good member of the next level. And I don't want to throw you away. Because I wasn't influencing anyone else, person, really. But then again, you know, I'm not the judge of myself. And maybe I was doing the best I could. Whenever I come home at night, I look up at the heavens. People say to me frequently, well, you were duped, you know, why don't you go on with your life instead of, you know, continuing to think about this. But I still believe in all the teachings of Tiendo, and that if I continue to grow, then I will potentially pass through the Heaven's Gate, the birth canal. It's gotta be a UFO, everything is.
Well, this comet is amazing because it's very bright even to the naked eye. You really don't need a telescope.